Hello, Prim friends. This is such a treat. I am here with Leisa Kirtley from the Western Reserve Antique Shop, and this is her and her husband Daryl's home. I'm flabbergasted. Again, we've done a video here, but something about the snow, it's amazing. So Leisa, tell me about how your house, you know what, let's go inside where it's a little warmer.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about how this house came to be in this spot, because it didn't start out here. I didn't hit record.
Oh.
Oh, there's a major error when you're thinking and you're just so amazed. So we started talking and not recording. So you found the property.
We found the property first. We were looking for somewhere that was large enough for the shop and us to put the log house on. And this had just come available, and we fell in love with the property, and it kind of fell in our lap to find the log house as quickly as we did. A gentleman, it's Eagle Creek Designs from Manaway, had gone to look at this one. It was still standing in New Riegel, Ohio, at a granary. And we went and looked at it, and in about 15 minutes decided we were going to buy it.
You made your decision? Oh my goodness. So when you actually saw it, was it in pieces?
No, it was still standing. But it was divided into really little rooms all through the shop. It was at a granary, so I think they had almost like little offices.
My gosh. And did you tell me when we were here the last time that it has some sort of a German background?
Yes, the gentleman we bought it from said that he definitely thought it was German built from the way the notches were done on the logs, and also all the floors were all tongue and grooved, but they were also face nailed. Okay. And he said that was kind of a common trait of German builders in that time period.
Was there something special with regard to the doors? Like the door at the back and the door at the front, about being straight
Actually,
through?
we turned this around. Those two doors would have originally been in the front.
Okay.
And what we have found looking, that a lot of times when they were built that way, the women would go into the kitchen through one door and the men would go into the parlor in the other. I mean, I don't know if there's other reasons also for that or not, but that was some of the things that we had read.
That is
about
amazing.
It.
And how long did it take for them to bring the house here and then build it?
Well, they tagged it and dismantled it actually within a few days. They had a crane come in to do that in New Riegel. We had the basement put up and the stone. My dad and Daryl cut the stone to 6-inch facing.
Gosh.
We had a crew come in and put the stone on, and then we had a crane come in, and Daryl and my dad, my friend Steve, and then Randy, the gentleman we bought it through, they restacked the logs in about 4 days.
Goodness.
Then we had an Amish crew come in and put the roof on it, and then Daryl and my dad basically took it from there.
Just absolutely amazing. So there are 2 rooms on this floor, right?
Yes.
And then 2 rooms and the bathroom upstairs.
Yes.
And the family room and your kitchen is on the lower level. This is just incredible. Tell me about some of the special, every piece is special here in this room, but are there some special things that you could kind of point out to our viewers here at the Cape on the Corner?
The desk is 18th century. I just liked the look of it. I always thought I wanted a desk here. The hutch table, we actually found on Facebook Marketplace, and it was going to go in the shop, and it did for about a week. And then I decided that the round table, since the room was so long, would be a nice fit.
Sure. Oh my gosh, the light is
mule
coming.
chests. This mule chest I bought at an auction, And it actually has a painting on the back of it. But, you know, if there's not really a spot for it to sit in the middle of the room,
right.
so you can see that.
Right.
But I like mule chests and blanket chests. You'll see that going through the house.
And I'm noticing something here as we were kind of rearranging things in our house. I'm noticing that the mule chest is sitting in front of a window and the desk is sitting in front of the window. So that's kind of, you know, an option when you're decorating. And I just hadn't really, I hadn't put that together in my head to do that, but
Well,
I really like it.
For a log house, it has a lot of windows.
Okay.
So the wall space, you know, like I had to pick and choose, you know, like the pewter cupboard definitely needed the wall space.
Right.
It started out, my thought was it was going to fit on this wall better.
Okay.
And then I didn't like it on that wall, and it just kind of fit on that one.
Absolutely.
And I think it also brings the room in a little bit because of the length of the room.
Sure. Oh, just gorgeous. I love the little candle holder table right here.
We found that in Vermont in a shop.
And these wallpaper boxes.
Yeah, the bottom wallpaper box is a Hannah Davis, and so is the one that's up on top of the corner cupboard there.
And Hannah Davis, tell me about.
She was born in Jaffrey, New Hampshire, I believe, and she did wallpaper boxes, and they're done out of spruce wood. And when I read about her, I believe she also kind of invented a machine to thinly slice the wood.
Okay.
To be able to build her boxes, and that's how she supported herself.
Wow. Wow. And in what era would you say? What year?
I think from she went into about the 1860s, I believe. That was the later part of her life when she did the boxes.
Okay. And, you know, the first time I ever saw a box for a pocket watch was at Steve's shop in Berg Hill. And now I'm seeing this, you know, large by comparison, and that little tiny, that's a pocket watch, isn't it?
And I originally saw that cupboard when I was doing Homesteaders on the Prairie in Illinois. And Harry Hall got to it before I did.
Shoot.
And he was going to put it in his house. And then a couple years after that, I was at Simple Goods and he had it there. And I bought it.
And then you got it.
Yes.
Oh, that is
so
awesome.
Things do come around.
No question. That is beautiful. And then behind here, this amazing collection. Again, more of those silhouettes and the tiny little mirrors. Just love it. The mirrors were so precious. That glass for when they were, you know, back in the 17 and 1800s. Love the candle table. And this one, 1832, is a
tape loom.
Tape loom. That's right. The word was not coming to me. Love how you have it displayed. Oh, the mittens. And then the greens just tucked in. And we'll go upstairs later also?
Yes.
All right. But the stairway is amazing. But we'll go around back way this way first. All on this floor. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at the size of the feather tree. Here. Oh my word. And 2 doors on this end of the house. Oh my word. I hit a something.
That's okay. That's a tight spot there.
Look at the feather tree here. And the candle on the ratchet. I love your curtains also.
Those I got from Family Heirloom Weavers. when we were building the house, I bought them.
Okay. They're beautiful. They're perfect. They let just enough light in. And the size of that drum, oh my goodness. That's amazing. And more of the hog scraper candlesticks here. Is this a candy container here on the?
Yes.
Oh.
Most of the antique Santas and the feather trees were all Christmas gifts from Daryl over the years.
Oh, how sweet. Look at this little lamb. Another mule chest in a beautiful blue. And I love that violin on top.
I think the one was a trade sign, the one that is sitting, and then I like musical instruments and violins, and there's
there's
small
one standing
in the
up.
case.
Oh, kidding. Oh my goodness, even on your windowsill, look at the Santa and the tiny little feather tree and the Putz sheep. Your trees are gorgeous.
Thank you.
Oh, and again, in this corner, oh, look. It's like a little fence. Is that all just on one little piece of the greens, the feather tree pieces?
Yeah, that piece actually is part of another set that I have, that when I put it around the feather tree in the dining room, that didn't fit.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. And even sitting right here. So is that a case for another musical instrument there?
Yeah, it's a violin case too.
That Santa is sitting on top of. Oh, I love that little. I just think about how many, younger generations looked at those little old feather trees and, they would get pitched. They're so charming. Oh, look at the coverlet back here. I have that exact same one and maybe even that same name. I've got to go home and look. I don't remember. I look at it every single day and I don't know if that's the same year. Beautiful corner cupboard. And then I told Leisa I had been at an estate sale and they had a bowl basket like that up on top of it at an estate sale. And it just kept getting passed over and passed over. And I kept looking at it thinking, there's something special there, but I don't know what it is. And I forgot about it. And I went out of that room and then left and just forgot. And then it was done and over. And I went back and was looking at one of the old videos here from Lisa's home, and I saw it and I thought, oh my gosh, I made such a goof. If it's in Lisa's house, I really goofed. But that was a sewing?
Yeah, it's a sewing basket. When you open the lid, there's little, almost like little dowels inside that the thread would go on, and then there's little holes that the thread would come out.
Oh my gosh.
Through the sides.
Yeah, that was a big oops. And here, another ornament, or another instrument case here, and then another one of those pocket watch boxes. Love those. Oh my goodness. And the table all set up as if the game just left, or maybe we'll be coming back again to tonight, with the onion bottles and the cards and the dominoes. Amazing. These chairs, this pair of chairs are incredible. So, Leisa, how long have you been collecting?
We've been collecting our entire married life, but we started out with Victorian.
Oh my gosh,
like
really?
a lot of people did.
Yeah, right.
And when I started with the shop, it was a general line, and country and her primitive just kind of kept pulling you in.
Sure.
And then it was really, really whenever we did the log house is when we went early with the furniture. We'd always had the antique Christmas, but it was fun kind of starting over from scratch for what you were looking for.
Sure. The hunt is so much fun. I love the sampler in process. Beautiful. And then that amazing candle maker. And the Santa picture above.
Yeah, that's by Stacy.
Oh, that's a Stacy piece. Oh, she just does beautiful work.
She does. She's amazing.
And your tree filled with the felted ornaments, all the fruit. And that's a feather tree. It just takes you back for a second when you realize how big of a feather tree that is. Love it. And here, even the wall. So were the interior walls available to you also for the house, or did you have to?
No. Originally, you can still see remnants of where the winder staircase was in the back corner.
Okay.
When we went to look at the house, in the early 1900s, they had put in a center staircase. The oak with the knoll post at the bottom.
Okay.
So where it was worked out for the layout of the house to be a little better layout, but we bought the early treads and the risers, and Daryl put the staircase together. It wasn't any kind of a winder at all. He did all that. And then Randy, the gentleman we bought the log house from, had early painted walls that, he's been tearing down early houses for years and years. He has an incredible barn. So we went in and we just kept measuring, okay, how much of this color is there? How much of this color is there? And Daryl he created this part.
Okay.
And then when we get upstairs, the walls that are in the bedrooms, we bought from there also. And they have the original paint on them also.
Just incredible. I love that drum. Oh my.
We found that years ago when the Hudson show was in the original hotel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay, we're in the stairwell now of Lisa's beautiful log cabin. This sampler is gorgeous.
I found that in Illinois in November when we were doing the shows out there. And I look at all the samplers because I love samplers. And when I got down to the name that's on it, it's my maiden name.
Oh my gosh.
Torrance, which...
Oh my gosh. That's what I hope at some point in time, maybe I would find a Sechler piece, because it's part of my ancestry that I've been kind of searching for lately. And it's
I looked at it and I looked at it.
Then you
again,
had to have
and
it.
I thought, oh my gosh.
That is amazing.
And my grandparents were both immigrants, but I know that we had other family here also. But I haven't got to the point yet to figure out if there's any relation. But the name is spelled the same.
And the first name?
It's not Date, it's Eliza.
Eliza. Torrence. Have you gotten on Ancestry.com and done any of that?
I haven't got on Ancestry. I did just Google her name.
Okay.
And if several came up, it's not dated. I wish it was dated.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
And from anywhere from about the 1830s to about the 1860s, there were several different ones. And the dealer I got it from, I believe she said she found it in Indiana, and there were a couple in that area.
My goodness.
But it was exciting to find that
I
one.
bet. GHI, there's no J. KLMN. She missed the J right here. HI. But I've always heard that that was intentional. Now she has it here. HIJK.
Mm-hmm.
That only God was supposed to be perfect. And so they would intentionally make a mistake sometimes or leave something out. But I just noticed that that's really, really neat. Oh my gosh. Okay, now this is upstairs. So is this the primary bedroom in the house? Okay. It's so amazing. So charming. Again, another one of the mule chests here. Look at the size of the horse over there. That is amazing. And the teddy bear here in the chair. You know, when you said you started with the Victorian, I feel like I feel those elements in how much you have the children's things.
Yeah, there were a lot of things that I kept. You know, the horse we bought at the original Hudson show years ago. I had that at the other house. All the Christmas I had at the other house. The Griner doll. And, you know, a lot of the bears. So those were things that I kept, you know, that I didn't.
Sure, it still went,
right.
You know, it went with the.
And I kind of want the house to feel like it's not all in one period, because I wanted it to feel like it's been collected over the years and over generations.
Exactly, yep. Including our current generation.
Yes.
With televisions.
Yes. And microwaves.
There you go. Right. We got to have those kind of things. Oh, my word. The clothing, you know, I don't know. Sometimes you see things in the black and white images, but those are really quite bold fabrics, it seems like. You know, the patterns and things on those are gorgeous. Oh, just love it. And that's a king-size bed. All right. Now, I know the secret, and if you've watched our video before, you should be asking the question, right? How on earth did you get a king-size bed up that set of stairs that we just came up?
It didn't come up the set of stairs. There was a trap door in the other room. And the mattress was a mattress in a box.
Okay.
So
that once you open
has
it,
to go out of here, it's going to go out in pieces.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'll show a little video on the way down the stairs that you'll see just how narrow and really up and down those stairs are. Another amazing sampler.
And originally, when you came up the staircase, there was a log center wall.
Okay.
And originally, that went clear up through, but the upper level did not still have it when we bought it. And so this was part, and we just, a couple of them, we left the tags
on. That's neat. Them. Yep, that's really neat.
And this wall was painted on both sides. So this is the same wall as in the bedroom.
And these came after. These were found from his reclaimed pieces that he was able to.
And so was the red. This was all window trim.
Oh my gosh.
And there wasn't a lot of that to do something with, so we squeezed in.
Oh my word.
For it to go around the vanity.
And then is that a shower in there? You have a shower in there too. Oh my goodness. And I love the red. I love the Christmas look here because it's so I don't know, it's like, it's not in your face Christmas. It's just beautiful and early. And like, I want to say humble, but I know the prices of this stuff today, but it feels.
But a lot of what we've bought over the years, I mean, we look for good buys.
Sure.
On things too.
Sure.
And several things we found on Marketplace.
Is that fun?
The door we bought from Linda Spowert at one of the shows, and then, Daryl built that in.
That is just gorgeous. And then behind that door is the shower. Love it. Love the little socks and the long john. That to me just looks like an old Christmas. And they would have, just the greens make such a difference.
Years ago, we were at a house with my mother and father-in-law, and in their family room in the basement, they had walls done like this with straw in the plaster. And I always liked the look of it. And when we decided to do this, the attic also originally had tongue and groove flooring, which we wanted to use that flooring in the family room. So we decided that we would do the plaster, but Daryl knows how to plaster. And to him, plaster should be done certain ways. So when I said I wanted to put the straw in the plaster, he said, well, then how about you doing it? So I did.
If that's what's going to happen, then you do it.
So I did.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. So and historically accurate looking.
The only easy way to do it was with your hands. And then I took a trial afterwards, like after I had it up, and just smoothed it somewhat out.
So you were on a ladder, and
he put a walking board.
Oh, good. That was nice of him. Oh my gosh, amazing. I got to watch where I'm standing so I don't fall down the stairs. But this at the top of the stairs is just so incredible. Look at that little doll's house. The miniature look at the little red shoes. And red are always, always more precious. All the teddy bears. And even the cabinet that it's all in. All the little quilts down here. Again, more of the little red shoes. And the teddy bears. I love how you have things displayed together. They're just amazing. And here the clothes all on the early peg rack. Unbelievable. All right, now we're going in the next room. And this room, this is a guest room, right? Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. And this room has the trap door.
Yes, under where the spinning wheel is.
Okay. I love the old wavy glass in all the windows. So do you think all of the glass is here, the original glass for the windows, or how did you?
There was some that needed to be replaced, and we did replace it with the wavy glass.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and look at the wedding couple. Is this a family piece?
That's my grandparents.
Oh my. How beautiful. Is that Torrance name?
Yeah, that's my dad's mom and dad.
Oh, wow. And again, the little feather trees. I love the coverlet on the lampshade.
Actually, Sue Geit did those. She used to set up at a couple of the shows, and she'd always have the lampshades there. And when we built the house and I started, looking for the lighting and things I needed, I called her, and she was still doing it at that time. I don't know if she is now or not, but all the lampshades that I have that are the coverlet, she did.
What a great idea. I have some pieces. Well, that's just too clever. And the little snow girl. She's beautiful. She's got the feather tree too. And here, this is for lace making and all the little bobbins. And that was something that we saw in Tina's house, the salt box, and she wasn't sure what all those little things were. And those, I told her that they were bobbins for lace making. You can see a little bit of the lace in there. And the blanket crane. Jacob Sherman, Attica, Seneca County, Ohio.
And that's where the log house was, in Seneca County.
Oh, the chair, the shoes with all the buttons. And then, I don't know if it was on camera or not, but Lisa said this is where you can see the hinges. This is where the trap door is for them to be able to bring the large furniture pieces up, because clearly there are large furniture pieces upstairs and they could not have come up that narrow staircase. That is beautiful. Oh, and even the feather tree is in one of the musical stands that turns. You can see the key there on the side. And another one of those wonderful candle holders. You know, I had seen one at a shop outside of Dayton, in a little shop, and I wanted it and then forgot about it. Again, I did that that's why I didn't forget that on those little salt spoons today. And I had to drive back down 3 hours just on a special trip just because I had left it there and it was still there. So it's like, I need to just get it when I see it.
We've all done that before.
Oh my gosh. The worst is when you go to get it and it's not there anymore. That's the worst. 20/20 hindsight, we always say, just get it. This blue-green on these walls is gorgeous.
And we actually, when we bought those, they looked dark green. And when we started cleaning them is when we found that they were more blue
Oh my.
than green.
That color is gorgeous. I love the mirrored sconces back there with that sampler. And the dome top box. That looks like a wallpaper covered one as well. Beautiful. And then are these paintings or are those silhouettes?
They're silhouettes.
Okay. Gorgeous. Okay, we're going to go down these stairs now together, you and I, Prim followers, and you're going to see, maybe. Huh? Well, I figure if I have the camera on and I fall on my head, it'll be a viral video, so I'm a lefty and clumsy on top of it, but nope, I've made it so far. My goodness. All right, now this is going downstairs from the main floor to the lower level of the house, and this is where the family room and the kitchen are located. And I am minding my footing here for sure. Oh, the striper, and they're not even Crocs, they're striper jugs. I don't know if I've seen those before. I see striper Crocs sometimes. Another interesting musical instrument, and the feather tree. And this is on the lowest level of the house. Look at that fireplace. Lisa said this is Daryl's territory here, like the man cave. Oh, my mom has those books right there, the little Santa Claus book that's on the chair. I recognize that one. Barker's nerve and bone ointment. Is that what that says?
Yes.
Beautiful pie safe. Wow.
That was in my kitchen until a week ago.
Oh my gosh. So 1610 pie safe. I love the squeaks.
That was one of the first things we bought for the house.
Oh, beautiful. And I love the like bunting material there with the pocket watch on it. And again, there's the coverlet lampshade. Now, Lisa, I know the walls here, these stone walls have a story too, don't they?
Yeah, the basement is conventional construction, 12-inch block. The outside is all covered in 6-inch facing. And when we got to the point where we were going to start finishing the basement, I asked Daryl if he thought he could put stone on the inside of the wall too.
Oh my gosh.
So he and my dad worked on it for about a week or so, and the whole back wall is the stone facing too.
So how thick? I mean, are those...
Well, this isn't quite as thick as outside. The outside facing is part of the structure that the logs sit on also. These are cut a little bit thinner.
Okay.
I think they're maybe 3 to 4 inches thick overall.
So it is a facing stone, but it is...
Yeah, I mean, it's real stone. I
it
mean,
looks
and
like
my dad
foundation.
cut all the stone to make the facing.
Oh my gosh. I was going to say, I don't think that's something that's like readily available. And I think it's so clever how you worked the light switch in. You had to carve it out around the stone.
Yeah, well, Daryl put all the boxes in and then did the stone around it. And then the ceiling is, these beams go up, and I think he did them with hurricane straps to the conventional part, and then all of the ceiling is laid in between those like you would do, you know, like a drop-in ceiling.
Okay.
But it's with barn boards.
Oh my.
So you can take those out to get to wiring, plumbing, anything the
underneath.
Heating runs.
Unbelievable. The fireplace is so neat.
Yeah, he built that too. The mantle I bought from Jamie.
Okay.
Cornfield Primitives. But then he built the rest of that.
Just love it. Oh, and then outside, look at the size of those beams or posts to hold the... Is there a porch?
Yeah, there's a porch above.
Up above?
And then
the
patio down, which is where we spend most of our time.
Property is beautiful. And then the post sits on a stone out there. Gorgeous.
That's what we were going to do the family room. We were going to keep a lot of the advertising. And then the under the stairs cupboard went up at an auction.
Oh my gosh.
And we both really loved it. So we bought it, and then the room kept getting an earlier feel than what we were originally going to do. So...
How amazing that it came up while you were still in process, that it could be incorporated into your...
And then
into
he
your build.
built all the walls, you know, around it then. And
here, the painting.
yes,
Looks like
and
it.
Daryl researched him from his hat and the regiments and everything he was in. And it's possible that it's Andrew Hickenlooper, who later became the lieutenant governor of Ohio.
Oh my gosh.
When you find pictures of him online, most of what you see are like when he was older.
Okay.
But there were only 2 in that regiment of the same rank. And we're almost positive that's who it is. But I got that at an auction up by Toledo.
That's wonderful. My goodness. Okay, so this print is just so neat, so unusual. Adamson Manufacturing, East Palestine, Ohio. So Leisa, tell us all about this.
Daryl's uncle is who owned Adamson's. And the first time we saw that poster, we were in Atlantic City. There used to be a huge, huge antique show at the convention center there. And we're walking up and down all these aisles. I mean, there were hundreds of dealers. And this poster was hanging, and I said, Adamson's. He said, that can't be East Palestine, because that's where we grew up.
Mm-hmm.
And we went over, and it has on the bottom East Palestine, Ohio. And it was like astronomical expensive to us at the time. So we didn't buy it. And probably, several years later, at least several years later, an auction came up in Franklin, PA, and that was in the auction. So Daryl, we started putting money back. And I was out of town at a show, and Daryl, I kind of forgot about the auction. And when I called home, I, said, what'd you do today? He said, I went to that auction. And he said, and he got the poster for about half of what it had been for sale for the years before.
Oh, thank goodness. It could have been the other way.
Yes, it could have.
Oh my gosh.
Could have. But yeah, that's just another fun, a family piece. And not of the period of the house by any means, but
doesn't matter.
There's a lot of things in there. Like you were talking about the strapers. One straper was his grandparents, and then we found the other 2 strapers last June. And the dishes upstairs in the china cupboard were my great-great-grandmother's, later 1800s. So there's a lot of pieces through the shop. Well, and my grandparents always called it a grind organ.
The instrument that's
yes.
there in the okay.
And that came from them. So there's a lot of things that it gives it a little more collected feel over the years, but they were family pieces that we wanted to keep.
Nice. I think that's, even when we're out and hunting for the pieces, it's just respect for the people who had them, and
right.
And maybe the next generation doesn't appreciate them as much like we do, but they're well loved when they go. I hear a lot of people saying that they just don't like estate sales but it's, what else?
Right.
It can't all go to the next, but as much as you can, you do. But then if you find it at an estate sale and you love it, I love the table that's in here in your kitchen that I'm looking at right now, by the way. This one came from Berg Hill, didn't it?
It did.
Uh-huh.
Daryl saw it before I did. He said, you have to come look at this.
Oh my gosh, I love the window trim in here. That color is amazing. Oh, and those tins. And they're all Christmas tins.
Mm-hmm. And those I had before.
Now, what am I seeing? What are these pieces down in that rye basket under the tree?
I believe a maple sugar mold.
Oh.
When it goes together, it's a house.
Okay. What an amazing stove. And I recognize that dry sink from in the shop.
Yep, it came down.
Oh, that is just an amazing piece. Oh, and look at the chandelier. Did you see that part in the video too?
I did.
Mine just has the 3 arms and yours has the 4. How neat. I don't see those anywhere. It's just a different kind of shape. And look here, now I see another one. What a great sink. I feel like I'm in a movie set here. And that's a butter churn in the center, right?
Yeah, that piece is here temporarily.
Okay.
Because what I'm really looking for is a small, round butcher block.
Okay.
And I have a friend who, she's a dealer too, and she always has those. And I called her and I said, you still have a small round one? She said, I sold it at earlier times. And I wasn't thinking about it at earlier times.
Oh, shoot. It was maybe you saw it and that's what
sure I did.
subconsciously caused you to think that's what you need. Oh my gosh. Look at those pieces underneath that amazing sink.
And the sink we found on Marketplace. It was in a garage.
I love Marketplace. Love these doors back there too. Wow. The door, the trim molding, the rack.
Daryl has to be careful.
Game rack back there. Oh, I can imagine. Does he? Amazing. A game rack is what I'm trying to say here. Oh, goodness. Love it. And back here is a butt tree. And if you didn't notice, if I didn't go down all the way, the floor is brick. Oh, my word. Oh my gosh. It's like the door in the Narnia. Like I'm going back in time.
And Daryl built those pieces.
Oh my gosh. Absolutely amazing. My goodness. The sugar cones there in the corner. That is an amazing bowl. And there's some of his plaster work, right? Here on the walls?
Yes.
Okay.
He did
Yep.
that one.
Love that ladder. Now, I might cut this out if you want me to, but I have to ask you, where do you put like stuff, like your food stuff, or don't you cook?
Because I do, mainly not as much
everything
as
is just
normal.
beautiful.
Well,
and
this was one reason this cupboard has tons of storage.
Okay. Yeah.
And then the cupboard in there that Daryl built, the middle part, has food in it.
Okay.
And then snacks are in the firkins.
Oh, okay.
And the microwave is behind that piece. Daryl built that.
Got it.
And then there's one of those little ovens.
All
is
right.
under there.
I always wonder because I see it and it's just so perfect. And I look in my pantry
Well,
and I'm like,
it doesn't always look exactly like this.
it is just stunning. Just stunning. If you have not yet been to Leisa and Daryl's shop, the Western Reserve Antique Shop, it absolutely 100% needs to be on your bucket list. What a fabulous collection and house that you've put together. There's one more room. There's a little powder room down here on this floor, and we'll take a look at that here now in just a second. 1843 again. My goodness. I can imagine running the electric everywhere just had to have been, but you had the drop ceiling basically with the wood. I love that wreath with the little tiny, oh my gosh, with the little.
That it's Seville. several years ago from Gina.
Oh,
I
man.
think it was in her boot.
Shucks.
Oh, God, that's cute.
Love the mirror. Oh my gosh, you guys have just done an absolutely amazing job. Oh, look at this up here. That looks like those, what do they call it? Like the folk art, like the tramp art marks or something? The little, do you know what I mean? So Leisa mentioned, I think when we were downstairs or maybe upstairs, about the china that was in the corner cabinet downstairs being from her great-great-grandmother?
My great-great-grandmother, my mother's side of the family. And her great-grandmother always promised these dishes to her. Well, when she passed away, my Aunt Elizabeth was the executor of the estate and locked up the house, which is what was appropriate to do in those days. And my great-grandmother was afraid my mother was not going to get her dishes. So she walked across the field during the night, crawled in a window, and packed up the dishes.
Oh,
and
my
took
goodness.
to her house.
Oh.
And hollered, and they lived on the same property, so she hollered at my mother the next day and said, I have your dishes.
Oh my
and
gosh.
She said, my Elizabeth kept saying, everybody knew that Pearl was going to get those dishes.
Oh.
I don't know why she
She
thought.
felt she had to. She
So,
stole them.
That was just another story.
Oh, how cute. She was bound and determined to make sure that her daughter got those dishes. How neat. And this book stand here is really neat.
Yeah, that I got from an auction. I forget whose collection it was. We were actually driving home from Florida from seeing Jenna, and I'm on the iPad watching the auction. While Daryl's driving.
Just absolutely gorgeous. What a treat. Well, Prim Friends, I really hope that you will go ahead and hit share, hit like, give a thumbs up, and hit share. Let's let this amazing collection go viral. Take care, everyone. We will see you very soon in the next video.